you can definitely gain an experience of how exactly this exam will work. Fine. Please start registering. I already shared this link in chat box. This was a course which I created while I took the sessions. Okay, so there are few members already registered, so who attended earlier sessions. But now I want others also to really get enrolled there, so that we exactly can experience after I create the exam. So you enroll there only. So we will gain an experience later probably.
Nitin sir.
Huh.
Sharma. Sir, Moodle is not letting me log in. I don't know what is the problem. I'm trying for the last half an hour for other works also.
It shouldn't happen because I could.
No, I'm doing it from outside campus. Is there something?
Okay, let me check. Let me check.
Okay.
Sir, I too am getting an error. It's not.
Sir, I'm also getting an error, sir.
Okay. Let me check. Let me check.
Please.
I will ask. I will ask to.
Error is coming.
Please wait. Please wait. Please wait. I heard the problem. Please wait.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Everyone, I was able to log into Moodle using.
No. Wait. There is some checkup going on. So in 5 to 6 minutes, it will get restarted. Fine. So please wait. Because we are shifting to cloud, considering the number of departments increased in terms of conducting the exam online. Okay, so we have to shift this whole system to cloud. Probably today night it would be done, but we are making some checkup with respect to the parameters. So please wait for a while. No need to go on. So till that time, I will talk about what exactly you should do. Like I assume most of you rather created MCQs, or you might be directed by your HOD or respective exam coordinator to register or to create the MCQ for the upcoming exam. And as far as the information available with me, given by Gaskadvi Madam and Pro VC sir, 20 odd departments would be there, would be conducting their exam on Moodle system. So considering the number of students, we took decision yesterday night to shift to cloud. Okay, so you may experience today a few things, but let us not much worry about. It would be done hopefully in 5 to 7 minutes. Till that time, let me try to show you how exactly you should type the questions. Okay, now I assume most of you are using Microsoft Word, correct? So my suggestion would be try to make use of editor like Notepad. And so let me show you the screen. Is this visible to you, Notepad editor?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes.
So now this is a format that you should type your questions in. So this is called an AIKEN format, ICANN format. So for example, now in this session, I will be talking mainly about MCQ question which is of this form.
Excuse me, sir.
Ah,
We have done it in XLS files that were shared with to everybody.
no,
So
no,
all
I am talking
questions
about,
are
madam,
written in
madam,
XLS file now.
madam, I am talking about only for the peoples who are using Moodle system. Fine, for the exam.
Oh, that means we have to convert everything to Word.
Probably yes.
My.
There is a format available for Word as well, but it is too complicated. So I'm making it simple considering the duration of the exam. Like we have less number of days to start. So that's why I'm considering this part only.
But sir,
And with
our
this-
questions are already ready.
Madam, this is not in my purview because it was like directed by the
That's
committee.
what happens. We get, you know, instructions in piecemeal and there is no coordination.
Madam, this is not my role. I am only here to communicate you how to make use of Moodle to conduct exam. Please have dialogue with authorities. Kind request. Okay, can I start?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir. We are listening to you.
Please, sir.
Okay, so this is the format that I particularly am using. So let us say I am typing the question. So my question would be somewhat like this. Let me press enter. Okay, this is where I want that blank is to be filled, and then remaining question is. So after that, I am going to provide 4 options. So they would be written in this form. So A, it should be capital, B should be capital, C should be capital, and D should be capital. Fine. Then either you have this round bracket or dot. So my suggestion would be keep it simpler. Try to have this as a closing round bracket. Fine, for every option. And whatever the answer that you have for your MCQ, write this ANSWER in capital completely, colon, then A, or maybe you can add space A. A in the sense for this particular question, the option would be A, correct, as an answer. So on, you go on typing your questions. Like I can show you this. Let me go below. So I added nearly 30 to 35 questions over here.
So one question, Nitin Patil sir, no space between the questions, no space.
No need. No, even if you have it, that should not be a problem. But sometimes, if like some extra character is added, we don't know. Like while we start typing, we are not sure what exactly key was pressed. Sometimes it happens because Notepad kind of editor can go, like for example, you may see here, it is going beyond the number of columns that are visible in the screen. Correct?
Right.
You may not be sure about that. So my suggestion would be try to have it this way only.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you go on typing like this, the questions. Okay. So with assumption that you have this MCQ kind of thing. Here I have added a true false kind of question as well. Okay. It is your choice. It is department's choice to whether have it true, false or not. Here I am talking basically about these 2 options only. Like either it would be MCQ with 4 or 5 options depending upon the choice decided by the department. Okay, as we do have academic flexibility and as per directives in the HOD's meeting given by Pro Vice Chancellor sir and Vice Chancellor sir. So you please take the decision as per the circular given by Pro Vice Chancellor. Okay, so with that assumption.
General doubt. True false questions are also are considered as multiple choice.
That is your choice. That's what I said. It is your choice whether you want it or not. But I am adding that because generally it might be considered there.
Okay.
But again, it is department's decision to whether consider or not.
Okay.
Okay, so I am adding only these 2 type of questions for the forthcoming exam. At least in my department, like we provided flexibility to the teacher to add that with respect to these 2 question types only. Fine. Now, one important thing, right now we are not mentioning for how many marks this question would be, correct? So that is to be done manually. So now, like considering like what I heard from majority of.
Sir, what about the question number? Shall we give or not?
See, I haven't added question number, so you are not supposed to add question number. It would be automatically taken.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sir, but
Question
question can be in the combination of like with option 4 and then true and false. Both kind of question can be asked.
So that is your choice. That's what I said. That is department's committee choice, DC committee choice, whether to add it or not.
So what
In
I
our
mean,
department,
no, what I mean, if we have this combination of question, it will be taken by the software without any problem.
combination means,
Like true and false question and the question with the 4 options.
yeah, you add. I am adding this in same file.
Okay,
I have added this in same file, correct?
okay.
I
Nitin
am
sir,
going
one
to
more
use
doubt.
this file only. I am going to use this file only. So I added so many, nearly 36, 37. I will make one error here so that we can see what exactly the thing is. So initially what I will do is, I will add these all questions as it is. Fine. After that, we will delete those questions. We will again we will create some errors over here. So which generally may be there with respect to while you type the questions, correct? So let us try.
Nitin sir, one more doubt.
Uh,
How to add match the followings using Notepad?
No,
in
match the
Moodle?
following is not possibly taken by this icon format. You have to use XML or kind of Word document even. But again, that part, that is really complicated thing to type in because there is a specific format requirement. See what we are doing. One thing is like you have 100 questions with you and you are typing all questions separately. Right?
Anyways, we have to give MCQs only as per the circular.
Yes. So MCQs as
Sir,
directed by
one more
madam.
doubt. What about the local language? Shall we convert into the Marathi or not?
Like while this question was asked to me by Desai sir with respect to usage of Moodle, I suggested him because I haven't experienced this test with Marathi or Hindi language. So my suggestion would be like it would be better if you go with the vendor for the look because I'm not sure about.
Otherwise,
I
it is
haven't
compulsory to translate all questions in Marathi as per the guidelines of the previous offline examination. Whatever the exams we conducted, the question should be converted into the Marathi language. That is the compulsory for our some departments like humanities, social science.
Gaskadme madam, can you please guide? Gaskadme madam, please.
We are talking about the examination for the departments on the campus. So on the campus, unless it is taught in Marathi, I don't think we need to convert the question papers in any other language.
No, madam. Last
Ma'am,
year,
education department
few
also
years,
need Marathi, ma'am.
Say that
I
again.
mean, philosophy department
Education
also, we
department
have
also.
some backlog questions which we have to set in Marathi, the entire
If
paper.
you have been doing it and if you have to take, then you will have to do it. But if you have not been doing it earlier, there is no need to do it even if it is mentioned in the guide, in the guidelines which were sent by Pro Vice Chancellor's office. I don't think it is mentioned there.
it means we will conduct the examination only in English.
If you have been doing it in both languages, you will have to do it in both languages. But if you are not doing it, then there is no need to do it, no?
No,
Is
we,
philosophy
ma'am, we
department
have to.
always conducting exam in both English and Marathi?
Yes, yes,
Then
ma'am.
you will have to do it.
Okay, so it is possible then on Moodle we can put a Marathi question. That's
No,
what
that you have to
my
check
question is.
with Nitin Patil. I have no idea about it.
Sorry,
Okay,
what was the question? What was the query?
Yeah, Patil sir, my query was that can we put the Marathi script on this Moodle because some of our questions
Yeah.
are
Like it is
totally
there.
in Marathi.
Only thing would be like we need to try it. I haven't experienced it. So if you have typed form, so what you can do is I will let you know what is to be done. So then you can try that and
Okay,
then
okay,
try
sir.
to import it. But
Yeah, I'm also positive that we can copy paste or something like that. We can do.
yeah. So only thing is like I'm talking about importing all 100 questions together. Correct. I'm
Okay,
talking
okay.
about that. So I'm muting all because there is some background noise. Yeah. So now my request to all participants would be let us not talk about the decisions. Okay. Let us concentrate on conducting the exam, whether we are using Moodle for this particular exam or not. Fine. So this is my request because it is not in my purview. Fine. Thank you. So let us say I have typed this question. So maybe considering the guidelines or maybe a directive by Gaskadbe madam, let me delete, say, for example, these true false questions so that we can see exactly the things. So I had only one, so not a problem. So let us say these are the questions that are typed by me. So let me go and log in with Moodle. Okay, so I'm using this SPP Moodle course only. So where I added assignments even for the earlier participants. Now, one important thing that we have to do is, first of all, go to your course. So let us assume that this is your course, okay, which you have selected from the dashboard. Go to this setting. First, say turn editing on, which was earlier on by me. So I will set it on.
We cannot see your screen,
Can
sir.
you share the
Sir, your screen
One
is
minute, 1 minute.
Oh.
Please share your screen.
Patil sir.
Wait. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So now I assume that you logged in. Suppose you logged in with your course. I am using some separate account now. I am not using my own account because earlier I used my account and then I said a few things would not be same as the way that I see here in your account. Correct. So I'm using some different account which is for a teacher. So I created one new user account for a teacher and I added that as a user or main teacher of this course. Fine. So let us do this. Suppose you logged in. Okay, and then you do see this, your login screen. Go to the course from dashboard. Now, after that, turns editing on. I earlier set it up. So let me say turn editing on. Fine. Now you have this. Then go to more options from the same place. Then there is something called as question bank. Correct? So choose questions there. Okay. Now let me delete these two questions which were created by me earlier. Okay. Now this is where you are. So my suggestion is, like, for example, now I don't know like how exactly you have organized your questions. So with assumption, I'm going with the assumption that every question would be for 2 marks. Fine. And there will be 25 questions and there would be some n number of questions which would be shown to the student. Fine. Now let us do this, because this would be my suggestion. I created it for a few departments. So as I was not having list of all those departments who opted Moodle for their exam. So if the Moodle coordinators let me know that their department is using, so I will create one separate category for them. So let me show you what exactly it is. So if I go to site home, fine, then we do see different departments listed. Correct. Now, and for every department, we do have 2 categories created, like for example, 20, 21, 19, 20, and so on. Now, for few departments who communicated me earlier, before yesterday rather. So what I did was, like, I added a separate category. For example, for my department, I added this. So if you let me know, I can add that category for you people. Even for example, for geography, I added this.
For IBB, we did it a day before.
Okay. So for every department who communicated me, I have added that. So not a problem. So let us say I want you peoples to let me know, so that all exams that you are conducting on Moodle should be conducted or should be added in a separate category. Why? Because we want, if to download that, if it is at all to be downloaded, to preserve. So I am going to show that part as well to you today. Now, for that purpose, it would be better if you add a separate category, and that cannot be done by you. So you have to communicate to me. Okay. Your Moodle coordinator can communicate to me that, okay, we are going to make use of Moodle, so that I can add specifically that category. So let me show you how it works. So for example, for Pumbaa, this was added. Okay. Then let us see, mathematics, I have added it. Instrumentation, I have added it. Okay. geography as well. Now let me go to this computer science. So what I did here, I added all those courses, okay, for which there would be exam. So similarly, as there were some queries by the peoples or by the students who got admission or who were admitted before 2018, okay, they were not on Moodle platform. So what we did was we created a one particular course and we added a practice test kind of course over there, so that the students can easily opt the mock test. So this was kind of mock test that we created. And there were few attempts. Even we gave time from 26 to 30 for practice purpose for all those who want exactly to have a trial for using Moodle system. Fine. So let us go to our course now. So if you let me know, I can easily do that for your course. Fine. Okay. So let us go to let us go to our course SVPU Moodle, so that we can work with it and we can add quiz there. So the file that we typed earlier, this file is to be saved. So with assumption that you saved the file, okay, on what are the directory that you wish or what are the folder that you wish. Now we have to go to more options. So setting, more options, then go to questions. Now if you have different kinds of questions, suppose you are separating them in terms of, say, for few questions would be of 2 marks, few questions would be of 4 marks, and so on. If differentiation is there, my suggestion would be you should create a category. Okay. Now here, like as per the guidelines given, I am assuming that, for example, if I am going to have 2 marks question each, okay, there would be 25 questions that are to be opted in this in the current scenario that I am going to show to you. So when 25 questions are to be solved by the student, some n number of questions would be shown to him. Fine. So if at all it is to be done, so how exactly that can be done? So for that purpose, if we categorize that into 2 different sets of 2 marks and 5 marks, then ultimately you need to create category. So categories to be created by clicking on this category. Okay. Choose your parent category would be your course. Suppose top for using SVPU Moodle. Now you give 2 marks, for example, as a category name, and you say add category. So you will see that this 2 marks is added here. Correct. Now if I click on this, so it will ask me, you can add the question. Now if you recall what are the sessions that we had, those who attended my earlier sessions, you must have seen that I used to add questions from here, or I used to add questions from edit quiz. Fine. So we want now to take all questions together in one shot. How can it be done? So let us go to this import.
Patil sir, are you recording session? Can you please do that?
Yes, it is already there.
Okay,
it is recorded. Okay. So we are choosing this icon format because this is what we want. Now somebody was asking me about Word or Excel, something like that. So maybe like if you I will show you like how exactly that can be. Let me first type this in icon format. Okay. Now you have to choose a file. Choose file. Then it will ask you to choose. So this is say for example my file that I want to add. So say open. And then click on this upload this file. Fine. And then simply say import. Now you will see that if there is no error, then file should be automatically added. So it should show you parsing questions from import file, importing 36 questions. So I added some 36 questions over there, and all those questions would be displayed here. Fine. Now we need to see how exactly they would be visible. So let us say continue. Now all these questions in one single shot are added here. Fine. Okay. So all these are now for a while are MCQs. Fine. So if you open one of them, let us say let us try this. So if I say edit question, but so this is how the question would be shown. Now we have to say that like I want this 36. Okay, so now we want all these 36 questions to be displayed. So for that, now this is the question that was added by us. So it is showing us choice 1, choice 2, choice 3, and so on. And whatever your answer is, for example, if your answer is first, so it will automatically add that 100% there, because whole credit, whatever the number of marks that are allocated for that question, that would be given directly here as an 100% credit. Now, if you have multiple answers, okay, for a while, right now you have to do it manually. Okay, I'm not telling you how exactly it can be done automatically, but for such some questions that you want more than one options, if at all you want, then you cannot give 100% for both. So you have to choose 50% and 50% for both of them. Correct? 50% here and then 50% here. Fine. But we want, in this case, in my case, I have only one answer. So I will say none, and this was my answer. 100%. So I will save the changes. So this is how I am going to make the changes. Now, let us say that our questions are added automatically. Now we have to go to our course and we have to create the test. Now, please see this carefully, because now when we are conducting this exam, for this exam, we don't want students to see the questions later after their exam is submitted. Okay, so here, these options would be really important for us to check. Fine. So wherever you want to add, so initially, while you are creating this quiz, initially hide this section wherever you want to add. For example, if I say show topic, now most of you, it will be visible. Like most of you can see exactly the topic 6, those who registered for this course, correct? So now I don't want them to see this, so I'm going to hide it. Okay, because you are adding the questions, and if your students already registered for that course, then this should not be visible to them. So that's why we are adding this. So let us go to add activity or resource, and there is an option called quiz. Okay, choose that. Fine, and then you say add. Now this would be your question quiz that you are going to create. Quiz, I mean to say the examination that you are going to create. For example, this is test of CA 204 operating system. Suppose I am giving this as a course title. Fine. Okay, so you can add description here, like Department of Computer Science, Savitribai Phule Pune University, maximum marks. What are the indications or note instructions that we add in question paper? Those all instructions can be added here. Now, when you add those instructions here, you have to simply click on this display description on the course page. Suppose this test has 36 questions. So we will get 30 questions. Okay, and we will ask them to solve 20, and there would be 36 questions added by us. Correct. This test has 30 questions. You have to opt 20 questions of 2 marks each. You can provide duration and so on. Whatever the instructions that you want, you can provide them. Now, with assumption that your schedule is already declared, examination schedule is already declared, for example. Okay, so now you choose this, both the options, in such a way that, let us assume that our test would be on 27th, and I will say that this test will start at 10:45. Okay, so that we can really see the participants submission, and we will see that we will keep this test till 11 o'clock. Fine. 11:15 we will take. And like this is the total duration of the exam. So for example, if your exam, like as per the directives, our exam should be of 1 hour, correct? Okay, so I'm not keeping it for a while so as to see exactly the results even, or to see other parameters as well. So you are going to add here 2 hours buffer. Suppose the exam starts at 10:45, it should end at 12:45. Okay, and the duration that you want to give to the students is 60 minutes. So this 60 minutes will take care, like if I log in at 11, my test will automatically end at 12 o'clock. Okay, so that's what this time limit would be. So this would be what, these two options would be open and close, would be available, like how much time the quiz is available for access. And this time limit is for the student when he starts accessing the test first time. Okay, his first login for the exam. From that time, this 60 minutes will start. Okay. Now, next option that you are going to choose is this: open attempts are submitted automatically. Now, what in my department, I do ask them to submit it separately, but my suggestion would be, as two students are new for us for this particular system, so you choose this option: open attempts are submitted automatically. So you can add grace period or attempts must be submitted before. So we do choose this, but I'm suggesting for all, as this is a final examination, whatever he attempted when these 60 minutes are over, whatever he attempted should be submitted directly. Okay. This is what the thing is. So you can take screenshot side by side. So this would be what? Let me repeat one more time. This is where your exam starts, not exam starts rather, when the quiz is available. This is where the quiz is getting closed. And this time limit will specify how much time the test can be accessible by the particular student. Fine? Okay. And then this, when time expires, whatever the time that is given to him, when this time limit expires, all his attempt, whatever he attempted there, it should be submitted automatically. So that's why you have to choose this option. Now go to this grade. Okay. Here in grade, you have to say attempts are only 1. Fine. What is to be done? Because we want this to be a final examination. So that's why attempts allowed are 1. So layout, like how many questions you want to show him on one screen. Okay, on a page. So either you have every question per page, or you can add what are the questions. But considering the mobile usage by the students, most of the students, if they are using mobile, better would be what? You try to choose this every question, because it would be easy for him to not to scroll up and down, so that he can only click the next option.
Yes, sir. Sir, for the quiz, start time is, say, for example, 10:45 as per the example, and close time is 11:15, which means it is for half an hour. The exam is for half an hour.
I'm going to change it. I know that.
Okay. So these are so these has to be matching, right? The closing time and the time limit has to match.
Yeah. So you have to take care. That's what I said. If I start at 10:45 and if I'm going to end at 12:45, then it should be this. I kept this smaller because we want to see the result.
Correct. So now it will be half an hour, right? So in your example, time limit will be 30 minutes now.
No. I am giving time limit as 15 minutes. Students can submit within 15 minutes from the time of login.
Okay.
Test would be available for 30 minutes. That is the student's choice when to log in and opt it.
Okay. Okay. Got it, sir. Thank you.
So,
but sir, suppose after starting, if their light or network goes off.
No. That this is call to be taken by the department. My suggestion would be like give some other test to them in the afternoon slot, some other slot. It would be better.
Okay.
And maybe like what you can do, even like you can have dialogue with few students or maybe all students who are in, because we have very small number in the campus. So you can, HOD and exam coordinator of your department can have dialogue with all students together and try to find out the difficulties in terms of power supply. So if there is power cut, then you can schedule tests accordingly separately for them.
Okay.
That is.
But we can also give them a 24-hour window, right? If this is an issue.
Yeah, but then, you can give that. That's what we decided. Like in my department, we are going to keep exam, say, for example, for 4 hours. But exam would be available to them for 60 minutes only.
Correct. Once they start, they have to submit in 60 minutes.
Yeah. Within 60 minutes. But if there is an issue, then my suggestion would be have a fresh exam for that candidate.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, but again, like Gaskadve madam.
Problem, etc.
Sorry?
To take care of network problem, etc. If I attempt 10 questions, after that there is no power or network failures, then that will be halfway that exam.
Yeah. So that's what, like Gaskadve madam, can you put more light here?
No, yes, what you said is correct. They can be given another set of questions and examination can be taken again.
Okay. So let me continue.
Sir, just one more thing. So if I may ask, so in the current example, you said, I mean, if I open the exam for 24 hours and the exam is for 60 minutes, then there are, say, 10 students. So will it not be a problem that the first student would know all the questions and he can even pass those questions to the rest?
I'm going to show you that. Like, for example, let me give you an example, which was a try. For our entrance examination for bachelor's courses. So that exam was open. Even our PG entrance exam would be available from 8 to 8. Like I assume the exam started today. Okay, so it would be available 8 to 8. The student can log in. Considering the number of questions that you have, if students is not getting time to really capture the screenshots and so on, it will be like he will not waste his time because he want his answers to be submitted. But again, there will be definitely students who may go with those options as well. So let us keep them aside.
Okay. So it will not be advisable to have a 24-hour window, rather than it will be a consensus decision between the coordinator and the students that a given time should be available.
That's what I said. This is your choice. Your choice. The teachers and maybe departmental committee can take that call. So as our departmental committee decision, we are going to keep that exam open for 4 hours.
4 hours. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now choose the next option as question behavior. Shuffle within the question. Say yes. Now very important option. This is called as review option. Now this review option is important. Now you will see 4 different columns there. Correct? First option is not accessible to us. Okay, during the attempt, even if you are a teacher, even if I am a manager, it is assumed you cannot access them because they would be available while the attempt is going on. Suppose we give a slot of window of 4 hours. If I start at 12 and if I am supposed to end at 1, within that time, this attempt would be available. So he is not shown marks that way. But and now immediately after the attempt, my suggestion would be select these all, deselect these all. Okay, now suppose if I click on this attempt, so these few options might be shown there. So my suggestion is what? You first deselect them and then you deselect all. This is immediately after the attempt when student submits. Now if you select this, what would be the case? The attempt would be available to the student. He can see which question was wrong, which question was which answer was wrong, which answer was correct. We don't want him to see because this is a final examination. Fine. But for your regular internal examination, not too much worry about. You can keep whatever the settings, those are there in this review option. Now, we gave 4 hours window, correct? After the student submits, this will not be available to him. Now, when after his attempt, it may not be shown. Later, while the quiz is still open. Okay, so you can say this, you can deselect this as well. And after the quiz is closed, we also don't want to see him these things. Correct. Now, if you click these options, so probably it may happen that they may be able to see this. Okay, so my suggestion would be have these all 3 columns deselected. So you may say that these columns, these particular elements look to be ticked, but actually when you choose this attempt, you can manually deselect them. But anyway, like when you choose this attempt, automatically nothing is accessible to you.
Yes.
Fine. Okay. Good. So now we don't want other things. Done. Let me repeat one more time what we did. Like what is the time now, because we have to set test accordingly. So I will move this time to say 55.
10:50, sir.
10:50. Okay, 10:50. We'll take 29 and 15 minutes. Fine. So let us save and display. Fine. Now this would be the screen. Now what are the instructions that you add? That instruction can be shown here. This test has 30 questions. You have to opt 20 questions. Now see what I said. We are having 36 questions as per the input facility that we use. And from among those 36, we want to give him 30 questions. Fine. Now how to do this? So go to this edit quiz. Fine. Okay. There is a shuffle option. You click on this. Now click on this add. Now there is an option called random option, random question. Fine. You choose this. Now how many questions should be? Now the questions are to be picked from this 2 marks. Okay, the category that you are giving, you have to choose this category from here. So after you choose the category, all the questions would be shown here. Fine. Okay, now how many random questions we want? We want 30. Okay, so all 30 questions should be randomly shown to him. So let us add random questions. You simply click this. Now all questions are added. Now we said that our questions are of 2 marks. So my suggestion would be you change it You click on this, you change it. Now suppose you want few questions of 1 mark also, that can be done. But again, like you have to separate it. That's why I said there should be separate category created by you for respectively for the questions.
But Nitin, so there's a doubt here. Is this means we have to give more questions than they have to attempt?
Yes, if you see the circular,
Huh.
circular given by Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, sir, it contains that information. How many students and how many questions are to be set and so on. There's a proportion given. Example also is given.
Okay.
So with that, I'm going with that option.
Nitin sir, can you kindly share the link to the course once again?
Okay, 1 minute.
Patil sir, one more question. That means that we can create a question like different categories of 1 mark, 2 mark, 4 mark, 5 mark question.
Yes.
And our question paper, we can choose how many 5 mark, how many 4 mark, and so on.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it can be
That's
combination.
what I said. So if you have to, if you categorize them
separately,
the way that I added now, these all questions, say for example, are
2 mark questions.
2
Yes,
mark
sir.
questions.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
if you want another category, then you can again say random question and choose that category now.
Okay, okay. Yes, sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
those questions would be shown later.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
So, but this will automatically prevent sharing of questions because every
Yeah. So that's what. And even let me show you how it goes. So let us say we have added all questions, correct? Now we are saying that, like you may see here, random question shown here. So if you click on this C question, okay, so it will not show you only one question. There are these questions. From these all questions, it will pick one. Okay.
Okay.
So let us.
Any logic for picking up that course? That's question.
Sorry?
Any logic will be applied by the system to pick
Yeah,
up
internally randomization is done. Randomly it is picked. Now each question is given a number automatically internally. 1, 2, 3, 4 as per the order given by you. Fine. Okay. So let us say this test.
Nitin sir. Sir, this 2 marks or 1 mark questions, can we do it in one go? That are marks changing?
You can try that, but as per the format or whatever the documentation that I saw.
Yeah, I tried that, but I had to do it
work.
manually because of 30 questions.
It is to be done manually. So
yeah,
that's one problem. That's why I said manually you have to set this.
yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. Now there are other formats too, which may permit that. But again, I don't want to complicate life now. So this is a very simple form that would be easy for everyone.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Nitin sir, one more small doubt. Hello?
Please go on.
Yes, sir, you actually selected 30 random questions first out of 36 and now you are changing the marks manually, right?
Yes.
But if the second students get the questions from the remaining 6 questions, then it will have one
No.
mark.
I'm saying whatever the question shown over here would be of 2 marks. If you recall, whatever the question that I added, each one of them was 1 mark, correct? I am changing all of these to 2 marks. So if you want separate category for your 5 marks question or 2 marks question, you go with this. Again, add random question and choose from that category.
No, I didn't know. I mean,
basically, Nitin sir, the categorization is based on the marks.
Yes.
Randomization.
right, so my
No.
sir, my question was,
when you add the question, when you say random question, depending upon the category where you added. So in this case, all questions are added by me in this 2 mark category, correct?
Correct.
I have to create another category where I will add those 5 marks or more than 2 marks question.
Yes.
no, but it has only 30 questions out of the 36, right? And what about the remaining 6 questions? How much
Sir,
marks?
these all 36 questions for me are 2 marks.
2 marks, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is my assumption.
Yes.
So that's why I said all 36 questions are of 2 marks. Now, if you have already say 50 questions and among them 40 questions are of 2 marks and 10 questions are of say 4 marks, for example, or 5 marks. So you have to separate them in categories. You have not to add them in single category. You have to make sure that. That's why I said for marks wise category should be created. That's why if you see, I added this. Okay.
Right.
Nitin sir.
Please.
Yeah, can I add? He is saying that why is it only 30 questions are shown? It is just that the system will taper. Even if we give 60 questions and only 30 are to be attempted by the student, it will only show him 30 questions.
Correct.
Okay, so the
But
remaining,
my point is, if there are differentiation in terms of marks, then you separate them with respect to category.
Yeah, so you choose the option of categorization and it will give each student the equal number of questions from each category.
Correct. See, here we added 30 questions, okay, that are to be shown. You can see here. We gave it 60 questions, correct? 36 questions, but it is showing us only, you may see here, 30 questions are shown here, correct?
Yeah.
Now, if you want 10 more questions from other category, you go again by adding this
Separate
add.
category, yeah.
right?
then random
So in this case, the remaining 6 questions will never be shown to students. It is already selected.
No, you are see, there are 36 questions. Any 30 from them would be picked here.
Randomly.
Okay.
That is randomly. done.
Randomly. That's why we said random question.
Okay, if I were to summarize, at any given point in time, only 30 questions will be shown to the students.
Every student, yes.
Only 30 will be
Now
shown.
it may happen, like see, when you write a randomization algorithm, suppose picking a random number, like generally we were taught in statistics, like if you throw the dice, how many times you will get 6, correct? So sometimes it may be 6, it may be 4, subsequently it may happen that continuously 10 times you are getting 6. That may happen even, like few students may get some of the questions same, but that is again random.
Randomly.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Their question numbers may vary, may be same, depends.
Patil sir, is there any limit to on the maximum number of questions that we can put in a question bank or any category?
Sorry?
Is there any limit of number of questions that we can put in any question bank?
You add 1,000 questions, not a problem.
Okay.
Okay, I need to change time even.
Patil sir.
Ah.
Patil sir, so randomization can be done only within the category, or it can be.
No.
Or is it done
My
across?
suggestion would be separate it with respect to category, because otherwise there will be inconsistency of marks.
So within each category we can do randomization.
Randomization, yes, that's what I said. Like,
And for separate categories it will be separate.
Yes.
Right. Yes, sir. Thank you.
So let us say we added this. So right now my questions are of 33 marks here, which would be like scaled to 50. So if in your case, it would be what? Now if you are 36 questions of 2 marks each, it will show you 72 here.
700. Yes.
Correct. So you're not to take like it. We don't want that to be scaled up right now. Let us not worry about this 50 marks thing, right? Because we are giving more options to him, and as we have to give or submit marks out of 50 only, correct? So let us not scale this. Let us not scale this. I will tell you what is to be done. Okay. Let us keep that 50 whatever it is there. Fine.
Okay.
And we are not going to pick that particular column from there. Okay. Now let us say we added the quiz. We'll go to our question, our course. Fine. Okay. This was our course. Now what is the time? Let us say
10:55.
Okay, my suggestion would be I will make it at 10:55 so that I will make it visible as well, so that the students or the participants who registered for this course can see this test. Let me change that time. Can you please mute? Somebody's mic is up. Yeah, so I'm only changing the time. So now my request to the participants who opted this course, okay, you can start. This test might be available. So if I go to this preview, for example, what is shown to me, I will show you how this random thing, like these are the 30 questions shown to him, to the student. Page wise are there. Suppose this is the first question. Now if I say start new preview, even you can see the time left. The student is supposed to see this time left. So that's why I suggested, I suggest rather to each one of you, if you are taking on Moodle, try to have a sample test for them so that they can get that experience. Okay, so if I say start preview, now first question which is shown here, which activities are involved in the initial phase of database design. So if I start a new preview, okay, it says for me start attempt again, which would not be available. Now you can see question is changed, correct? Now if I take this fourth question, what is the fourth question? Which activities take place in conceptual design phase? Okay, so let me start again a new preview. If I go to fourth question again, now you may see my question is changed. Fine. And let us go to now with our course. Now, participants, those registered can start opting this. Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Can I interrupt for 1 minute?
Please, please.
Just you told about that the only 30 questions will be displayed on the monitor of the student. And but as per the circular, we have to submit like 40 or 60 questions as per the number of the.
Madam, I am giving this as a demonstration. So you
Yeah,
can
sir.
add 60.
It is related. The question is related with the same, sir.
Okay.
So out of that 60 questions, only 30 questions or 40 questions will be reflected, and not the 20 questions.
Yeah.
And it is like a shuffling kind of the thing.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
So it means students will not see all the questions, and they will not able to select only 30. Is it like
they cannot
that?
select. This would be automatically done. They cannot select.
Yeah, but initially we are under impression that 60 questions will be displayed on the monitor, and students can solve only 30 or 40 as per their interest.
No. You should see that. I assume what I understood was you are giving 60 questions. Out of 60 questions, 40 would be shown to them, and maybe suppose 30 questions are to be attempted by them.
Yes,
Madam, am I correct?
Yes, everybody will get 10 questions extra than what they have to solve.
Yeah, but that should be displayed in front of them on the
Yes.
monitor.
Yes.
Okay, that is only my question. Thank you.
Patil sir, I have a
Nitin sir.
question. Patil sir.
Please.
Patil sir, I have a question. Amita Yadvarkar here. My screen is opening like what you're showing on using Moodle course. I've registered, but that test is not being seen.
Sir, it is hidden.
Exactly. This is my question also. Anagha Pathak. I am registered, but
No. Now start. I see it.
I think it was
Refresh the
because
screen.
I did earlier.
You can refresh the screen and start.
So
I
kindly
thought of
share the
starting,
link
but quiz
again.
suddenly question came.
Patil sir, one more question is there. Can I ask?
Sir, you can ask anytime.
Okay. Now, as the circular says, we have question bank of 60. Randomly, a student will be able to see 35 questions, and as per circular, only 25 questions will be considered for the marking. So, can you set that number when we are going to get the result? That only 25 questions marks will
Now
be
let us,
displayed.
sir, let us wait for the students who are opting this test.
Okay,
now.
okay,
I will show you how to do that.
And one question, Nitin sir, when you kept pressing that reset preview, that the student cannot do, right?
No. It is for me. It is for the teacher.
Okay, thank you.
Because if, sorry.
Nitin sir, I was trying this exam, and then usually when we give options, we give 3 options, and then at the end we give none of these. But basically, because of the shuffling, the none of these is going to out the top.
Correct. So it should not be a problem. Like if you, my suggestion is like here I added none of this, but my suggestion is try to avoid none of this.
Okay.
Really in MCQs.
Yeah,
I
that
picked
is
this from other course, so that's why.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, because it was a sample thing.
sir, I have started the quiz, but I don't know any of the answers, so I
You
make
randomly click. Let us
Yes.
see your performance. Okay,
But
so
then
if
what
you
is Sir, in that case, what is the text you would recommend in place of none of these options?
No, see, it is to be chosen by you. You try to give 4 options which can confuse him or her.
So this can also confuse him, no? When you write none of this.
I am not asking to remove none of this. You can give, but if you shuffle options as well, none of this can appear any place.
That's okay.
Because Kishore sir was asking if I write none of this can be first option, none of this can be second option, third option, because we shuffled options as well.
Yeah. That's fine. As far as I thought that none of this is not taken by the system.
No. I added that.
Okay.
So this I said in general, like try avoid that.
Sure.
Okay, so let us see now how many attempts are there. So 21 members already started attempting. And like as this particular Doshi sir already submitted it, so one can see marks here. So this is given with respect to 50 marks. Now we are not to concentrate on this column. because we have given how many questions? 30, and we have to pick say 20 from them as an example. So we'll see how to do that later.
This is a good start in random number generation, sir. सगळ्यांनी असे इतके randomly attempt केलेत.
Sir,
Ah.
I have a question. Can now when we do the categories in
Sorry?
categories in the question bank, one is like through marks we did it. Is there other ways to do the categories?
Means what? Can you give example?
Like I have not used so far. Now you showed it with the marks, categories with the marks. Is there any?
No. This is my suggestion that you do this.
No. Is there any other way to categorize? What more categories are available?
See, category is decided by you. Who
So
is
maybe
the
the
teacher?
difficulty
There is no
level of the
default.
question.
Please, sir, wait. Please wait. What I'm saying is categories are to be decided by you.
Okay.
So I gave named as 2 marks.
Okay.
You can suppose Nitin as first category, Akhil as second category, IT manager third category. You can add whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay, now let us say these are the attempts. Okay, now Doshi sir, can you send your screen? What is shown to you? Can you please tell what is shown to you when your quiz is done?
Yeah, just wait.
So let's see. You can see my screen now, correct? So let me check whether can I permit you to share screen even. Let me see.
Yeah, it is disabled, sir.
Yeah. Let me check. I'm not able to get that screen. So let me first stop my share, then let me check. Okay, I will stop sharing now and let me check whether can I give permission to him. Joshi sir, now try sharing.
Yes.
Yeah, you start please sharing.
So submit करायचं का आता?
हाँ, submit करा. Yeah, now you can see what the screen available. Like students will see this kind of screen. Attempt allowed. Now the attempt would not be shown to him. Fine. Joshi sir, या grade ला click करा ना डाव्या side ला.
Just wait. Where?
खाली त्या बरोबर त्या फिनिशच्या समोर फिनिशच्या डाव्या साईडला. फिनिश आहे ना फिनिश. हा त्याला क्लिक करा. खाली जा. खाली घ्या खाली. सो क्विजला जाते. क्विजला आपण जी क्विज केली होती ना तिथं. नाही तो नाही.
This was the quiz, ना?
आजची होती का? नाही 100 ती आधीची आहे तुमची. नाही तुम्हाला ती दिसत नाही इथं ना. तुम्हाला दिसत नाही बघा. See, now student will not be able to see marks even. Suppose we set it up as on. So students would be able to see the way that he is seeing now here. Correct? इथं जे दिसतंय ना इकडे 100. स्टुडंट्सला तसे दिसले असते. आता ते दिसणार आहेत कारण आपण ते डिसेबल केलेले. ठीक आहे. बॅक करा तुमच्या त्या स्क्रीनला जा पुन्हा ओरिजिनल स्क्रीनला. So this would be shown to him when he ends the exam. You will be seeing him like how much time he took and kind of. Correct. So he submitted on Sunday 27 September and so on. Sir,
So,
screen stop.
so out of 30, all 30 question I attempted, but all out of those 30, only 20 right question will be selected.
No. Right now there is no option like that. We have to select. I will show you how to do that from the grades. Sir, तुमचा हे करा stop.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, can we give the student an option that he after 20 the quiz automatically stops?
म्हणजे काय? नाही तसं नाही आता.
After 20 questions.
नाही. See, you should. Why don't you give all options? Like suppose I give 30 in this case, correct? With assumption that each question was of 2 marks, so he will get 60. When he gets 60, if all are correct, directly write 50 out of 50 because he attempted all correct questions.
Okay.
And if marks are less than 50, automatically what will happen? Whatever the marks are that are gained by him in this test would be given to him as a final marks.
हॅलो महाजन सर नमस्ते. मी संजय मानकीकर पुंबा. सर तुम्ही या मीटिंग मध्ये आहे का आता जी चालू आहे त्याच्यात?
म्हणजे काय?
अच्छा नाही सर मला हे कळलं नाही. या मीटिंगचा पर्पज काय हो?
मला नाही समजलं.
दे आर शोइंग. आय एम नाउ रिअली कन्फ्युज्ड. दे आर शोइंग की ते मार्क कसे घ्यायचे, कसं करायचं, ते जे आपण जे आपलं आधी सेशन झालं होतं ना. या इट इज मोर ऑर लेस सेम. आय डोंट नो.
तर तिथं आपण क्वेश्चन जे ऍड केले मॅन्युअली ऍड केलेले होते.
आय विल कॉल हिम. ठीक आहे सर. थँक्यू.
आपण मॅन्युअली ऍड केलेले होते. आता क्वेश्चन आपण रॅन्डमली कसे घ्यायचे ते शिकवलं मी. आय कॅन फॉरवर्ड एका चार्ट मध्ये. मे बी रिपीटेशन असेल कारण खूप जणांनी वेगवेगळे ट्राय केलेले आहेत.
Sir, I have a question, Patil sir. Supposing we are giving students 35 questions and they have to solve 25, but if they solve more number of questions, then what will happen? How will we control that?
No, why you want to control?
No, suppose they solve more questions and and supposing they get all correct, they will get more than 50 marks.
No, that's what I said. If you see a student getting more than 50 marks, automatically in final marks you write 50. 50 out of 50.
Okay.
If marks are less than 50, then you say only those many marks. Done.
Okay.
No, I got a question now here. If I'm basically giving a limit of 20 questions to be solved by him, the person should not be able to solve the 21st question, because the moment he solves 20 questions, the system should stop him.
No, we have the internal choices, sir.
Best out of 30. We do it in the manual physical form also, right? If there are 10 questions, you have to attempt only 8. So the marks will be counted from the best out of the 10.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The same logic is applied here, which is fair.
Okay, I got it.
Patil sir. Santosh Haram from chemistry department.
Sir, बोला.
Sir, आता जर आपण लॅटेक्स फाईल
I forgot to tell you all, like after this my session is done, like when I say after I'm done, Professor Vinayak Joshi from mathematics department is going to show you how exactly the LaTeX thing can be used. LaTeX can be used to create questions. Like
that is really great.
Yeah. So I forgot I added that in HOD's group, I assume, but I forgot to
immediately. Is it immediately?
Yeah, immediately after my session. I will, when I am done, I will show you.
Okay.
So let me show you that grades part. Let me go to these grades.
Sir,
with assumption that all participants attempted it.
Nitin sir, you mentioned attempt only once. If suppose the student has a internet problem.
That's what initially I said. If he is having internet problem and if he solved partially, you take retest of that particular student.
So that means he is not able to log in again.
No, for this test he will not be able to. But you have to give him separate test.
Okay.
For that such student.
Okay, sir. Because if it happens to all the students, then we have to do whole work again and again.
So I'm not the right person to answer this, but I assume it should be like that only.
So Nitin sir, is there no option of saving the answer, or if the like session is over because of power failure or internet disconnectivity, then
that can be saved. But problem is like how will you give, again set separate timing for him, remaining time? Right now in Moodle, we don't have that option right now. There are a few things available which we are working, but we decided let us not do this. This is not the right time to do that, because we also were working about like how can we freeze the screen, like when the user starts using the screen, he should not be permitted to open another screen. We thought of it, but like the requirement of that particular integration says that you should have Windows 10 or Mac. On Android it never works. So that's why we haven't continued with that option.
Sanjay Mankikar.
But probably we are working on that particular issue. But this would not be available right time. Right now.
So, no. My only worry is that, like, suppose it happens for multiple students, let's say maybe 10-20% of total.
Sir, I am not the right person to answer that.
But this seems to be the repeat of what we saw earlier. ते मार्क कसे द्यायचे, ते 1 मार्क 2 मार्क कसे ठरवायचे, क्विज कशी द्यायची. आणि त्यांनी काल लिहिताना
माणकीकर सर, तुमचा माईक चालू आहे, तुम्ही दुसरीकडे फोनवर बोलताय, प्लीज माईक बंद करा.
नितीन सर, this is a one more question from my side. Rajesh बोलतो, Rajesh Purkar.
हाँ बोला ना सर.
Sir, in category 1, if you have set up question for 1 mark, and in category 2, you have set up question for 2 marks. And test is of 20 marks. So in that case, I need 5 question of 2 marks and 1 question of 10 question of 1 mark. So there should be 15 questions which will be altogether having 20 marks. So how those 15 questions will be picked up from each of the category now?
No. See, you are separating the categories.
Yes.
Correct. So from first, if you have 30 questions, out of which suppose say 10 questions are to be picked.
Okay, yeah.
That would be done automatically. Now you added second category and again random question from that second category.
Achha. But I am restricting the total question size of 20 only. So then the system has to pick 20 questions from category 1 and 2. But the actual weightage is of 15 questions.
So you want 10 and 5, na?
10 and 5.
So that would be done automatically, na? So I will show you like what to do for that.
So sir, how will you set that up? Because it will be a problem if it selects all questions from one of the categories.
Sorry?
How will you set that up? That choose 10 questions from the 1 mark bank and choose 5 questions from.
See, like if you recall, maybe like my suggestion would be you please go through the video that I'm going to share with you.
Oh, okay.
Because let us not waste time because we have another session again. Okay. So I already showed that like when we added a question, we picked first add random question. We specified 10 questions. When your 10 questions are there, like random question, 10 times displayed. Again, you choose add random question and take from separate category. Okay, so now let me go here. Now we want marks to be picked. So click on this. Okay, and you choose this attempts. Now you do see marks over here, correct? Now you choose this as an Excel file. Okay, download table data as. Now you will see when the test started, when the test completed, how much time was taken by the student, and we have not to consider on this column because we are going to give questions more than 50 marks, correct? So let us download this file. Now let me share you this Excel file. 1 minute, please. Yeah. So now this Excel file should be visible to you. Is it visible?
Yes.
Yeah. The thing that was shown to me earlier, correct, is added here. Okay. These all are the like this whole sheet is added. Now what we said that suppose now if you see like marks are here because it is scaled. Now we want 30 marks, correct? Now let us assume that if I go towards end and let me add here some. Talat madam, can you mute? I assume. Okay, so problem is like these all are touch text, so you have to convert them to number. Edkar sir. Maybe I will take it as CSV and then I will add that. It would be helpful that way instead of XLX. Because okay, let me show you like what I am trying to do. Like if you see this, like we got all questions 1, 2, 3, 4. All questions are answered here. Correct. Fine. And now what are the marks that are given as we scaled it to 50? Correct. What are the column that you take? What you took? Okay, in the quiz. So let me go to quiz again. If you recall, in a quiz, while I added the quiz, as it is attempted, it may not be probably visible. So if you recall, there was 33 shown and above it 50 was shown. So my suggestion would be, if it is showing 33, have 33 above. Like if it is showing 90, then you have 90 there, so that later we can delete that 90, because otherwise it will try to scale it everyone. Like in this case, what it did was we had 33 mass questions and we scaled it to 50. So that's why it automatically scaled each question. You can see the marks here with each along with. So we added this for 2 marks, but as it was added for 2 marks, all questions were picked and randomly added there. Fine. So my suggestion would be try to avoid that by adding, if questions are added for 90 marks above, wherever that 50 was shown, make 90 there, because we are not anyway going to pick all, right? So that will not scale it up. So in this case, it scaled it up. Fine. Okay. Any question?
No, what? You didn't make any change, sir, here. Show the change that you made.
Yeah, so let me show you what change is to be made, because I cannot edit that quiz because it was added already. Okay, so let me show you where the change should be. So I will add that quiz again one more time. We will not opt it, but we will not attempt it, but let us try. Now let us assume that each of our question is of 30 marks. So you may see here 30, correct? So here also you try to write 30. So if you write 30, then it will not scale this up the way that earlier it's scaled. Because in my case, what are the tests that I took? It was showing here 33 because I changed these first three questions to 2 marks each, correct? That's the reason. But like here, and then I added 50 here. So what it did was, out of 33, each question was like distributed or scaled it up to 50 marks. So 1 mark was taken for 1.52 and 2 marks was taken for some more value, so 3 point something. Correct. So have these two numbers to be same. And so your case, it would be what if 60 marks, 60 questions are added. If each one of them is say for 2 marks, so you will see here 120, correct? And this 120 would be there. So whenever it is crossing, say because you are giving only one option for your quiz, with assumption that you are giving only one option for the quiz, then ultimately total number of marks a student can get would be 120, or it would be in multiple of 2. So whenever his 25 questions are done, correct, with assumption that he is supposed to solve 25 only, so he should get 50 marks. So if it crosses 50, for example, here it is showing it as, for example, 120, and here it is showing 120 here. But now we have to scale it. So after the marks are shown, if the marks are more than what you can call it as 50, ultimately what it means, because from 60 questions we want 30, correct? So for if 30 questions are there, marks shown would be here 60, and we have to scale it up, and we want them to solve 25 questions only, correct? So this 60 would be shown in both the places, but whenever a student gets more than 50, ultimately he is going to get 50 only. And if it is less than 50, then you automatically pick that value as it is. Right? So he solves 24 questions correctly and 6 are wrong. So he should get marks as 48. Correct? Now suppose he solves 28. So it would be 56, correct? So you have to scale it up to 50 directly. Because everyone who is beyond 50 would be given 50 marks. Fine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So this is how you are going to do this. Fine? So if there are questions, I am available on WhatsApp. So I request now Joshi sir to handle next thing. Joshi sir, will you use this course, or I should you are going to use other?
No, I will use my course. That will be better.
Okay. So I will stop my sharing. Fine?
Okay. Thank you.
And I will.
Sir, before you leave, I have just one sort of doubt. So looking at the current setup that you have put, by restricting the number of questions and the maximum marks, and there is a manual way of actually adding marks to each question,
yes,
we can actually manually shuffle 1 mark question, 2 mark question, and then the system will automatically change the marking for each question.
No. See, like right now, if I assume that first 4 questions are for 2 marks, then they should be from separate category. If you add same questions in this case, like what will happen otherwise, that question might be given 1 mark for some student, and for other student it would be 2 marks. So separate categories. That's what I said.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
नितीन सर, त्या जोशी सरांचा या मीटिंग आयडी पाठवून द्याल ना?
काय?
जोशी सर आता घेणार आहेत मीटिंग आयडी.
याच्यावरच आहे कंटिन्यू याच्यावरच आहे.
हो का?
अच्छा. You will continue on the same, sir?
Yeah. So,
okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
जोशी सर, परमिशन आली का तुम्हाला?
Just yeah.
ठीक आहे. Yeah. Please start. Now I will mute myself.
Okay. Thank you, Patil sir. You have done great job. Lot of things have already done. So today I will talk about how to use LaTeX in Moodle. Of course, this will be useful for those who are having much more mathematical content and are aware of how to use LaTeX. Okay. So basically, this is a text file. Patil sir, shall I go through the installation of LaTeX and all these things? Do we need that thing? Or just I explain how to...
No. Like with assumption that if faculty members are planning to use LaTeX, then they should know how to work with LaTeX.
Yeah, that's why I'm assuming that they know the basics of LaTeX.
Yeah. It is assumption.
Yeah, it is the assumption, right?
Sir, we are visiting faculty. Can you just guide what is this LaTeX in just 5 minutes, not more than that?
Okay. It's what we can say a typesetting language tool, full-fledged language tool, which can be used to code the mathematical formulas which are displayed in a nice way. Okay, and a lot of flexibility is there. In fact, you can write programs also. Okay, now there is a special package in LaTeX. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. We can see.
That is a Moodle package. So what you have to do, your document class should be an article, right? And if you need some more packages, like use package AMS Math or AMS Symbol or a particular type of package you need to include, you have to include there. But the important thing is that you need a Moodle package. Okay. What I suggest most of the times, the basic LaTeX or MikTeX is installed on a laptop or a computer. So I suggest those who have not installed Moodle on their laptop or machines, they should go for it. Particularly, I suggest to download and install TexLive, TexLive, TexLive. That is the most advanced package right now. Once you do this, then naturally Begin document will be there. Now, as far as this quiz is concerned, you can see that here you have to write Begin quiz. And as Patil sir said, you have to create a categories. Now, in this quiz, categories are automatically created. This is the category name. You can see that. My category name is Test 2 Commutative Algebra. Okay, so this is a category name. And now I started typing the questions. As you have observed, I think one question was, can we give 2 marks to each in a single go? Answer is yes. By using such type of things, we can do that. So you can see that here, Begin multi. Begin multi stands for you have a multiple type questions. Okay, and point equal to 2. Point equal to 2 gives you number of marks here. So 2 marks, and this is the name of the question. This I have written down because to understand which question is going on. So usually our test will contain, say, question 1, something like that. Okay. So, but for understanding purpose, let me write as it is. And some question you have written down. So names of the authors of the book, Introduction to Commutative Algebra. And there you have 4 options. And the options are separated by the command item. Now, first option will be item Michael Atiyah and McDonald. Item second will be MF Atiyah and McDonald. Now you can see here, in the third item, we have star here. This star gives that this answer is 100% correct. So you will give 100% mark to this option C. You can see my right hand side here, the third option, you can see here tick mark. That is the 100% option is correct. In fourth, I have written down fraction equal to 50. That means I'm giving you 50% mark for this question, whatever marks I have assigned. That means I have assigned 2 marks here. Marks. Now I am giving you 50% marks for this answer. And if I want to give you feedback to the student, then I can write feedback equal to, in curly bracket, whatever feedback you want to write, that you can write it down. But keep in mind, these square brackets has to be closed. This is an optional thing. In LaTeX, you might be knowing that whatever things we will write in a square bracket, that will be optional. So this is meaning for giving a percentage of mark, that is 50% I'm giving, and feedback equal to, we'll try check the spelling, because here the spelling H is missing. So Atiyah, Y-A-H, so spelling is missed out. So that's why 50% marks are reduced. On same line, then since we have started Begin multi, that is a multiple correct question. So I have to end multi. So this will constitute 1 question, and this will be the name of the question. That is name. Likewise, of multiple correct questions, what I can do, I can have a short answer questions also. That means in that case, I have to start with Begin short answer. Again, I'm giving 2 marks. The next thing is again name of the question. Now here I'm saying number of chapters. This is the question which I wrote here. Now you can see that in the next part, if I look at the right side, first option has 11, that is correct. That means you are giving 100%. Suppose someone answered 10, I'm giving 50% marks. That's why you can see that here fraction is 100. That means I'm giving 100% mark. I'm saying 50%. That's why it will give you 1 mark there, because total marks are 2. here the fraction is 30. That means I'm giving 30% mark, and some feedback I written down. So this is for short answer. And when you are writing short answer, the window will be there where you have to write the answer. But keep in mind, here while writing the things, it should be as it is mentioned in the what you can say answer key. Otherwise, it won't accept. So that we will see how it is going to happen. Again, this is multi-correct, but instead of having single correct, in the first question you have seen that here only one tick is there. That's why whenever student select C option, he will get, or he or she will get 100% mark. Whereas in this question, you can see that 25%, here 25%, here 25%, and 25%. So that's why you can see here, for each item, I put a star instead of writing fraction. So what will happen when you put a star to each of the items, automatically 100% mark will be divided in that many categories. That means here you have 4 options. That's why 100 by 4. So each one will get 25%. So if you have 5 options, each will get 20%. So you can give by this way. So if you give 3 stars here, and if I compile this file, that is using PDF LaTeX, you can see that 33% will come in picture. Now you can see here the percentage is changed, 33.33. So, and here you can see the last option, I removed the star, so it will give 0%. Okay, so that is for multi-correct with different what you can say percentage of marks you can give.
Joshi sir,
yeah,
for this question, if fourth is all the above options are correct, that means it has to get 100%, no?
Yeah. This is for example. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
This is just an example. Nothing to do with the logical consequence of the options.
No. Okay, I got it.
Just treat this as one option which has nothing to do with the first 3. That's it. How this percentage will go on increase or decrease, that I can show you. That is only aim to illustrate this idea. That's it. So now if I start here again, so again we will get 25% each. Okay, and now here these are the again short answer and multi-correct answers using that thing I have shown you. Those who are having a little bit of mathematical writing, you can see that whenever mathematical writing has to be done, that you have to put in a dollar symbol. Okay, so you must know the basic commands while writing it. This one example I have taken for just to illustrate. Suppose A is a commutative ring with unity and X is a member of A. So this will show you, if I go for this, you can see here, this will represent this symbol, that is X belongs to A. Okay, just look at the right side. Can you see the symbol here? Just like epsilon. So X is in A. And now this is again a mathematical content. So we have to write in a dollar symbol. So let V of X equal to in curly bracket. So put the curly, that means you need here slash P. In means belongs to spec A. This is a symbol for such that semicolon or slash semicolon is given for giving a extra space. You can see here some little extra space is there. So in LaTeX, you might be knowing that space is taken automatically, so you don't have much control. So if you need some more space, you have to give some additional commands like slash semicolon or slash, or you can put tilde, something like that. So, and you can see here, the more important thing is, if I want to give negative marking, though it is not in the case of our exam, but since we are describing the thing, how Moodle can be used, LaTeX can be used in Moodle. So just I'm describing. So if you want to give what you can say negative marking, you can see that fraction equal to -10. So naturally, you can see here -10% marks are deducted. So if it is a 2 marks question, 0.2 mark are deducted, and you can see that here I have written feedback. Feedback is penalty 10%. Okay, so likewise we can give penalty. But the thing is that while giving the penalty, it must be necessary to see that here you can see that -10%, 25%, 25%, 60%. If I add together all this, you can see that it counts to 100. It counts to 100. So if you change it to say, for example, last one is you can see that it is given star here. That means it is of 60%. Though we have written star, it automatically count. This is 25% because you have given 25%. Here you have given 25%. So this is 50% marks. Here the fraction is -10, so -10. So 50 minus 10, that is 40, and so automatically whatever number is remain out of 100, that will be attached to this last option. Okay, so by this way, you have to give the marks. Ultimately, when you are giving a penalty, ultimately you have to look at the total. That total should count to 100. That is the important thing. And then again, begin multi, you have to end multi. And lastly, you have to end the quiz. And then since you have started the begin document, so you have to end document. This will complete the quiz. Okay. Now, once you click on, it will compile, and you can see that process exit normally. So that means file is error free. Now you can go to the folder where this file is put up. Now you can see here, can you see the blue highlighted file here? So this is an XML document. Patil sir has suggested to use icon format by using Notepad, right? So the another format there is a XML document. So whenever you use Moodle package here, whenever you use Moodle package here, it creates XML format. Okay, and this XML file is in the folder. Now you have to upload this file in the Moodle, and test will be ready. So keep in mind, while doing this compilation, you need two files. One is moodle.sty that I kept at bottom. You can see it here. And the next one is Moodle INS. These two files you have to keep it in the folder where you are compiling a text file. Okay, so these two things has to be there in the, otherwise you are unable to compile the text file. So once this XML file is ready, just go to your Moodle login. Now just create one, say, test. Now I'm creating a text.
Joshi sir.
Yeah, please.
Will you please share this users package Moodle as well as your source text file, for example?
Yeah, that I have shared on the WhatsApp. Again, I will share.
Okay, thank you. And second question is, I would like to suppose import figure or picture. So where do I include that figure or picture in this particular quiz?
If you are importing what you can say using,
let's say JPEG file or PNG file. Suppose I would like to import.
Actually, that I haven't tried, but I know you can use TXZ package that can be done. So maybe today itself I will try and I will let you know.
Will it be part of this text file so that we can normally?
That will be part of text file.
Then I have to put that JPEG file in that particular folder, right?
Yeah, but as I told you, I haven't tried for this JPG or PNG file. So
Sure.
today maybe I will try and I will let you know.
Sure. I am Santosh Haram from Chemistry Department.
Yeah. Okay. So now let us say test. Okay. Now this is my test. Patil sir has shared a lot of my work. So now you have to import the files, right? So again, you will go to the question bank and you will go for import. Now you can see here there is a icon format. Instead of now icon format, now you have to go for this Moodle XML format. That's it. That is the only change. Rest part is again same. So what I have to do now, just this import this XML file in this window. So now you can see that CA Moodle test XML file. So just import it now. Now you can see again here green color text. That means there is no error as such. There is no error as such. And I have imported 6 questions. I have imported 6 questions, and these are the questions. You can see that. Okay. And now I will go to my course. Here I will go to test. Now edit the quiz. Once you edit the quiz, you do have this option. So I can import from question bank. Now you can see that this was the category name, test 2 commutative algebra, that you can see here, test 2 commutative algebra. Okay, so now previous category was there and same questions were there. So now this 6 plus this, totally you can see that 12 questions are there, and you can see that each question is repeated twice. Here if I look at this question and this question, it is repeated twice. So each question is, so because previously 6 questions were there in the already test 2 commutative algebra category. Now 6 more questions which I imported right now are added. That's why these 12 questions are there. So either you select all, for example, if I select all and add the selected one, you can see that now here you can see the marks, each one is 2. Each one is 2 because here I have given marks for each question and that is 2. So that's why automatically these marks are given here. And now here I have 28. Why it is 28? Some questions are 4 mark. You can see that some question is a 4 mark. So last, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this question is a 4 mark. Can you see it now? So naturally this will be a 4 mark here. This will be a 4 mark here. So 2 marks are added. 2 marks are added. So it in totality, so instead of 24 for 12 questions, we have 28. Again, now as Patil sir told us, you convert it into 28. You save it. Okay. Once it is done, you go to your test. Now, if you start preview quiz, you can say some question which is of mathematical content. Just I will show you. Now you can see that initially the mathematical symbols are not looking right. So whatever text file we have done there, just again I will refresh it so that just look at the screen carefully. You will observe the changes. Can you see this A is written as slash bracket A slash bracket. So there is a what we can say a software called MathJax. It is available in any of the web browser. So that web browser renders MathJax and process LaTeX, and this LaTeX thing is processed and displayed the actual thing. So now you can see here, if I look at just right click here, show as math. So this is my text command. And you can see that what I wrote is something like this. Spec A set minus. Set minus means it's a set difference Vx, and this empty set command. Just I will show you. This empty set command gives me this file symbol, right? So this is the mathematical which we written down in our file. So here students need to be little patient, because if their internet is not too good, it takes, now you can see that the commands are processing and it takes little more time. So if the things are not visible, just ask them to refresh the browser. Ask them to refresh the browser. Automatically, MathJax will render the text thing. LaTeX will be rendered by MathJax. So those who are aware of MathJax, they better know it, how it will render whenever mathematical content is there. So that by this way we can do the mathematical writing in LaTeX. So rest part already discussed by Patil sir, so I will not go into the detail. So you can select the questions, and since it is a multi-correct question, you can see that instead of a radio button, here you can select more than one. I can go for this thing. Just one short answer also I will try to show it to you. Yeah, how many chapters are there? And in the text file, if you just look at in the text file, I have written that 11 chapters are there. So here I have to write 11, so then things will be much more clear. Let us finish this item. So not answered, not answered. And if I submit and finish, whatever feedback I have written down, you can see here. Well tried, but it is if and only if statement, because it is one-way statement written down. And you can see that since it's wrong, so it's all are correct, so penalty is given there. And the correct answer, this is the feedback which I written down. Okay, so in the text file, so you can see here in the text file, the feedback is written. It's a if and only if statement. So that feedback is shown there. Okay. And so if I want to edit some question, this is a trial thing. So if I want to edit the question, I can do that. And you can see that here, this is again LaTeX code. This is the LaTeX code. Dollars are replaced by slash round bracket. Dollars are replaced by slash round bracket. So keep in mind, this is a XML format. So each question can be typed using such type of commands individually. Instead of taking XML file directly, you can write each question separately. That is also possible. And you can see that these 4 marks are taken automatically this, the thing you can see that minus 10%. That's why we have given a penalty here. There was a penalty of minus 10%. So here is a penalty you can see here. Okay, this is the feedback and this is the grade which I have given. So penalty you can decide also. And these are the options which I have given, the 25%, each 25%. And if you want to change this, see, keep in mind, as I told you, while compiling the thing, if I write, instead of this fraction 25, so what I'm doing now, if I'm writing this is 100, for example. So here is minus 10, 50, 25, 25, and instead of 60, I want to give 100% mark because this is the most correct answer. So if I try to compile it, it won't compile because here you can see that package modal error is there. So you can see that package modal error is there because the total percentage is increased. Total percentage is increased to 140. So that won't be allowed. But if you want to give 100% mark to this option, so what you can do here, you manually change this. You manually change this and save it. So that seems to be what you can say a limitation in creating XML file in LaTeX. I am unable to overcome this difficulty because whenever you are giving a penalty, there should be 100% answer, correct answer. If I give it to that, so then rest of the answers I cannot give more than 100. That is the difficulty. So that difficulty you can change here and you go for this. But again, this will create a problem. So it says that the positive grades have chosen and this is added up to 100%. So I don't know how to do that, So that is the main obstacle here. So the thing I think is clear to you. Sometimes for one particular thing you can give a penalty, but total has to be added to 100. You cannot cross 100. So something like this is not possible. This is what I observed. And as far as my knowledge is concerned, I don't know how to overcome this. So those who are familiar with LaTeX and Moodle, they can throw some light on it. But that is the main problem, what I feel. Probably this is clear to all of you. If you have any questions, you are most welcome. So you can see that got the grade 4 out of 28. Yeah.
Joshi sir, it's a very good presentation. We got a lot of information. Sir, at this time being, we cannot move into LaTeX. Can we use that the text command you showed, mathematic command in Akin format? And then
Akin format, I don't think it won't be.
No, the using the slash bracket and slash option, we put in a Akin format.
Yeah. That can be used in Akin format. Yes. Yeah. I think yes. It will render MapJax naturally.
Okay. So that means
that will be a better idea.
But before doing this, at least try once and then only commute. Okay.
Yeah. Patil sir.
Bola.
There was one question how to import figures particularly, and that too particularly local languages like Marathi, Hindi or something like that. Sounds good. So
that's what I even talked about.
Just for that purpose, I can give some idea. There is a software called Question Machine that might be known to some of you. Question Machine. In Question Machine, what you can do, you can import figures. So what I can suggest in that matter, so something is written down in some what you can say local language which is written down, or in fact handwritten text also. Take a photograph of it, right, and import that photograph in the place of question, and in answer, whatever ABCD answer you are writing there, you can also import the things. So there is a very nice thing called question machine. And once you save all these questions, that will render you XML file. Okay, that will render a XML file. Just upload the XML file as what we can do in case of LaTeX or in case of your Notepad icon format. So that XML file you can upload and whole thing will be visible. That I have tried. So question machine will be a good option for those having handwritten text or sometimes some diagrams which are there in the questions. So just I suggest to have look at this question machine software.
Sir, ते free है क्या?
Huh?
Free है software ना?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, okay. ठीक है. I have added that. So like at least for this exam, you should not try, but you should try it once, and then if you are comfortable with it, go with it.
Yeah, because many colleges are, particularly engineering colleges, are using this question machine.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, so for their Moodle platform, so I can say certainly because some of my relatives who are teaching some subjects in engineering colleges and need to draw the diagrams, particularly sometimes handwritten diagrams. So what they do, usually they put it on the paper, take a photograph using mobile or whatever apparatus with them, and crop the photograph according to size, and they paste it in that question machine. So that will be visible as a question, as an image, So naturally, it takes little more time while downloading the image. Again, it depends on the resolution and all these things. What is the, what you can say, size of the image file and all these things. But it worked. It worked.
Joshisha, I want to add something here. If you want, if you have some figures like 1 or 2 questions, that we can do it manually also.
Yeah, that
by inserting the picture. If you go to the questions, there is an option.
Yeah, that is manual thing. Yeah, but in LaTeX I haven't tried. That is what I am saying.
Okay, okay.
But I will definitely try. This is a good suggestion. Definitely. I used our mathematical what you can say TextZid command. Using TextZid command, we do draw the diagrams, which are what you can say array diagrams. That tried, but I haven't uploaded the image file. That I haven't done. Okay. So over to Patil sir, if there are no questions too.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So I will stop my sharing my screen.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Doshi sir, for this nice training of using tech. I haven't used. This is first time that I am saying tech used, and thank you very much once again. If there are any questions, you can post it in Moodle group. Doshi sir also is part of it. So maybe you can communicate to your Moodle coordinator, and Moodle coordinator can communicate to me or maybe Doshi sir.
Yes, yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. So we got good number. So our plan, rather, let me tell you what I promised to ProVC sir yesterday. Our plan is like, we're not talking about only this examination. Probably, if required, we may have to conduct our this current batch semester examination online as well. So every exam, at least from department side, you can decide from department side. Like we will have paperless exams as much as possible, so as to even save money from the department. And thank you once again. So if there are queries, you can post it on Moodle to your Moodle coordinator, and Moodle coordinator can pass it that query to the group, WhatsApp group, so that either of the mentor available in that group can answer your query. If they are not able to, then we will be there. Fine. So we are shifting in a day or two on cloud. Okay, so you will get same scenario, same thing would be there. Only thing is like it would be on cloud. Fine. So let us see like how it goes. So we are working on it, and hopefully there will not be any issue from Moodle side. I can promise that. Thank you once again.
Patil sir, on cloud, are we going to get more space?
Yeah, at least for that's what. Right now, our target is only for exam perspective. So what we are doing is we are adding many facilities now. Probably after this exam is over, like I don't know what would be the last date of respective departments who have chosen Moodle as a platform. But I can promise you, like you are not